I wonder, for somebody who's led at scale, what communication tools or approaches have you seen that ensure the alignment of the outcome and the execution of the outcome without that variability?
That's great, Chad. And with the arrival of information technology, you have some aids now that were harder to do than in the past. Somebody way out on the edge of your organization, where in the old days you couldn't get much information to them,
right,
nor could anybody else.
Yes.
Nowadays, if you're not communicating with them, they're communicating with others, they're getting counter things. So the reality is, you've got to compete for that person's understanding and their attention. So I think the first thing you have to do is make sure you understand what message you want to send. This is key, because we can send conflicting messages. We can say, this is the priorities of the organization, then we do some slightly different things. These may really be our priorities. These may be things we're doing for a limited period. But if you don't explain that to people, they will see what they see and they will derive conclusions.
Right.
So figure out what you want to communicate. The second is you've got to keep the message simple. When I was a regimental commander, my sergeant major and I, about 2,200 guys then, my sergeant major and I decided we were going to have 4 priorities. And for 2 years in command, that's what I talked about 99% of the time. If you say, these are our priorities, and then you don't live to those priorities, you have what we call a say-do gap. There's a difference between what you say and what you do.
Right.
The gap there is cynicism. And the next time you say something, people will not believe you until they see the do. And it makes everything else harder.
What a great point. Say-do ratio has to be 1-to-1, or you start building in skepticism or cynicism.
It's repetitive. It can be frustrating for leaders. But the reality is, over time, if you're hammering the same thing over and over, it's remarkably the most effective thing you can do.